Hey my sugar bears, welcome back to my channel, Bougie AF. It's your host, Nicole. It's where I say stay bougie on them. It's me feeding you feminism for the soul. It's my soul food offering. It's where I apply pressure to issues by being critical and logical. Now don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get to the commentary where I can guarantee you I will be doing too much because that's just me. And like Sheree said, who's gonna check me, boo? Hey y'all, it's your girl Nicole, and you are tuned in to the Bougie AF channel where I say stay bougie on them, and I'm serving you feminism for the soul. Don't forget to check me out on them people's Instagram at OG_Bougie AF. Also on the Twitter at I'm_Bougie_Bougie AF. So listen y'all, so we're going to do a little Instagram scroll. Of course, you know I have some stories saved that I've been wanting to talk about, so let's get to it. Should be interesting. I know most definitely we are going to be talking about Bambi, the baby. Audio, y'all, bear with me while I figure this out. So if you hear a pause for a little bit and then I pick up, that's because something is going on with my audio. So I got to figure that out. So, but just bear with me. So if it kind of dips out and then you hear nothing, that's what that is. All right, so I know we're most definitely going to be talking about the Bam and Scrappy and the third partner in their marriage, Miss Momma Dee, okay? And all the drama that's happening on Love and Hip Hop. Atlanta, one of my favorite shows, right? Still one of my favorite shows. And of course, Real Housewives of Atlanta is also still one of my favorite shows. I have not watched much of it, but they're still my faves, right? But before we get into that, let's get into this Instagram scroll. No, that's not that story. All right, so the first story, let's start here. So you have K. Michelle, and someone said, because if you don't know, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, because Rashida is also involved in the Bam and, you know, Scrap and the Momma Dee, because she's most definitely a friend of Bambi, and she's heavily involved, giving her opinion, which is weird because, you know, when we first think about like season 1, 2, and 3 and stuff, she was like really close to like Scrap. But women are like, you know, we kind of gravitate towards women because we share similar stories and we like kind of combine that way, right? Real women usually do. And so she got herself involved in meddling as she did in terms of like with K. Michelle. And so someone had asked K. Michelle, I wonder if had K. Michelle ever gotten an apology from Rashida after she found out the truth and said, and then K. Michelle said, fuck her. And that's just what it is. I think when people don't mind their business, when things are going on between other two people who are in a relationship or a situationship or whatever ship, and you that third person, mind your business. Like this, it's cool to be, a listening ear. It's cool to give you advice, but I think when you start to like meddle and get involved with where somebody didn't ask you to get involved, you're automatically wrong to me. And that's how I feel, and that's how I feel. You're automatically wrong. You see my nigga, I don't care if you see my nigga cheating. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't care if you see my nigga cheating. Say nothing, watch everything, take a picture. You get what I'm saying? Call me. Don't say nothing to that nigga. Don't say nothing to a next bitch. You ain't gonna catch no beef. You ain't gonna be fighting in these streets over something. Nah, you don't do nothing. Just let that nigga know you see him so he knows what it is. Or you ain't even gotta let him know you see him. You know what I'm saying? Because these niggas are crazy nowadays, right? I grew up with always learning, stay out of people's domestic business. Stay out of that. You know how many people done lost their lives not minding their business? Men too, you know, when they try to protect other women, like domestic violence, and that's sad because you do want men to step in and help when they see something. But yo, there's so many different stories, and I'm actually not saying whether you should or not. Please don't take this as that. But you know, it is a lot of times for safety of yourself, you know what I mean? It's best you mind your business. I remember one time, and I told y'all one time, I had a guy best friend growing up, and I had seen his girlfriend on the train, and she was talking to another dude and getting his numbers, exchanging numbers. Now she seen me because I seen her. I made sure she seen me, and I didn't say nothing. I didn't approach nothing. I didn't get all ghetto, nothing. No. We were waiting on the platform. I seen him go over to talk to her, and I was like, okay, I know she gonna do the right thing, right? She ain't do the right thing. They kept talking. They ended up getting on a cart that was like the cart over from where the cart I was standing in front of, like when the train finally pulled up. So I got on that cart too. I got to watch this thing all the way through. But that's not the most I'm gonna do. I'm not approaching. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not any of that because I don't know what the situation may be. You may think you in a relationship, and he may be telling you the truth, and you're delusional. Like, I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna tell you what I seen. Period. But yeah, I thought that was really funny. I just think Rashida should just mind her fucking business, like, because when she put K Michelle, her, Toya, Tamar, and all of them had put K Michelle through for not minding their business about a relationship that she was in before a nigga met Toya, and he ended up doing her wrong too. Like, you should feel stupid as fuck for not minding your business. Don't tell me how a nigga is with you. Don't tell me how a nigga treats you, because these niggas be lying, especially when it comes to like people in domestic violence and men who have the capacity to hit women. They usually have also the capacity to put on a different face around other people, right? So you never see that side of them, right? So when someone has been intimately involved with someone and they can speak to someone on a different level about someone on a different level, mind your fucking business, right? And I do believe different women bring different things out of men. But if I'm speaking about what I experienced with that nigga, mind your fucking business. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Like, I'm straight ignorant like that when it comes to that. But let me get a little bit of the comments, like first 5 comments. K Michelle's messy. You could have looked at the tweet and kept on rolling, child. No, she ain't got to keep on rolling. Fuck that bitch. Like, fuck her. No, why y'all think people gotta, like, why y'all think people gotta, exude a certain level of maturity that people that other people don't operate in? Please don't expect that from me. If we ain't all being mature, please don't expect me to be the bigger person. I promise you, I'm gonna disappoint you. As a woman, that has to be one of the most hurtful things. Being brave enough. This nigga had whooped her ass, did all types of shit to her, and you telling her that she gotta chill. Like, y'all know I don't play about K Michelle. Like, I really don't play. Y'all know there's just a few people I'm never gonna play about. So I really, like, if you got a problem with her, I'd rather not even. I won't even talk about it on my shows. I'm gonna be completely honest, because it's literally K Michelle, Beyonce, over it all. I'm sorry, and Toni Braxton, over it all. And Patti LaBelle, over it all. I seen y'all talking about Miss Patty after them BET Awards, and I wasn't gonna join in on that. No, you're not. My favorite singers come from Philly. A lot. Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna join in on that. Let me see. As a woman, that has to be one of the most hurtful things. Being brave enough to admit to abuse or rape. Rape. Who raped? Oh, I didn't know somebody raped. I'm confused. To abuse or rape, and another woman says you're lying. Don't believe you. I'm WK on this one. Oh, I'm with K on this one. Okay, so I don't know with the rape. I think this person's just saying, like, when someone tells you that they're raped, like, and people don't believe you, that's not your place. You know what I'm saying? Like, just mind your business, listen to what they're saying, and it is what it is. They should be able to, produce some type of evidence. If you're going to accuse somebody of something, take them to court. I will say my disposition on on rape, and if you wait like over 10 plus years, or I don't know what the statute of limitation is for rape charges, and it may be different for each state, but if you wait beyond that, I am not going to think that that person is a rapist, only because I literally know how it feels to be accused of something and nobody gives you no evidence, nobody calls you out, nobody asks you something, and it's just assumed to be right. So I'll never do that to another person. I don't care what it is, right? Because everybody should have their day in court. Everyone, if there's some accusations out there, should be made aware of what those accusations are. Lies are harmful, and as we know from Ms. Carlee Russell, people literally just have a lying ass spirit. Like, literally, as we know from a Jussie Smollett, like, people are willing to do the most, as we know from Kim Kardashian and that sex tape, right? Like, she literally will cry on a dime, for her reality TV show about some shit she put together. So people are just not well in the head in that type of way. So again, I don't put anything past people. People tend to think that their whole faxes are deleted. They did things when they were younger that they never want nobody somebody to talk about, or they want to frame it differently in a way that makes them look like they were victimized and someone took advantage of them. And, you know, at the time they was really with that shit, but now looking back, it was like, oh, I was so much younger than him, and I was so much naive, and I think he took advantage of me. And you can think whatever the fuck you want, don't make it, it's a fact, and it don't mean that somebody broke the law either at the same time, especially if you're over the age of 18. And that's the sad truth about that. So that's where I'm at with that. So ladies, if you have as someone, please come forward as soon as possible, and you feel that you're up to do it, so that people can be held responsible, because it's just literally hell trying to figure shit out years later. That's to protect everybody involved. Let's sing the song, y'all. Rashida got bags. Her man is a girl. We love some K, because she gonna make a song about you. I'm not reading all that. Why do you have all this to say? Oh, this one's, I mean, it's starting off good. I may read some of it. This person said the fact that this woman even spoke up publicly about her abuse and stayed strong, even though nobody believed her, shows the true power and endurance of a black woman, only for it to come out as being true when a second victim came about. Rashida definitely owes her an apology, but I'm sure she's too prideful to do so, which is even more disgusting and shows what type of sick person she really is. I'm gonna be completely honest. It really does show what type of sick person she really is. And I feel this way about Carlee Russell and her family, who's not acknowledging that Carlee has lied, and seems to be covering for her. And you know, I think I was on the Clubhouse, and they kept on talking about loyalty and talking about her, you know, her parent, yeah, talking about loyalty and the concept of loyalty, of like, you know, correcting somebody behind closed doors, and not in front of everybody. And I think there is a time and place where, you know, that is appropriate, but I also think when someone has actual problems, right, and they consistently have a pattern of behavior, right, I'm never like I'm not going to I'm not gonna lie for you though, right? I'm not necessarily feeling as if though Carlee parents should chastise their daughter in front of everyone, the world. But I'm necessarily not gonna sit in interviews and just lie, right? Because what we do know now is that, you know, Carlee was on the internet, like on her account. But we do know she was spotted at hotels and shit like that. So no, I'm not going to do that. Myth hit don't like women. It's as simple as that. He should came on out, because that sassy was sassying on marriage boot camp or whatever the fuck it's called. Men who are like show that type of extreme anger towards women, they do not like women. They usually are down low men. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I've had an experience with a man like that, always arguing with women. Yeah, always arguing with women, and it's being like really bad, can't control their temper, have composure when they can talk to a man, but don't have composure talking to women, disrespect women at the fly. Yeah, they usually are down low, most definitely. Even when it came to dead ass Jeremy in People Chicago. Here, you read the comments underneath there. People, transgender men have came out and said that he was, you know, they were messing around with him. So yeah, I do think there's something there. Now, this is all my opinion, and all this shit is allegedly. Y'all know how we do here. Someone said, I stopped liking Rashida after this, because from the jump, you should have mind your goddamn business. And that's a word. We're going to leave that there. That's how I feel. And I feel that shit about Bambi, Scrap, and all that stuff too. Mind your damn business. But now let's get into what's going on with Bambi, Scrap, and Momma Dee. Now, ladies, I'm going to be here to tell you, stay away from men who have a mama like Momma Dee. I don't care what you say. I need everybody to have lives. And, you know, Momma Dee got a husband. She's still vibrant. She's still out in these streets. I don't know why she not minding her business. Let this man handle this, right? If he rushed too soon and marrying this woman and having 3 kids with her, he was extremely comfortable to have kids by this scam artist, y'all say. Now all of a sudden she's a scam artist. Nobody did a background check on her. Scrappy sounded like the strawberry lady on the Steve Harvey show. Nobody looked into her. Okay, so here is, okay, so So this is Bambi addressing Momma Dee. So if you don't know, it was like season 1 or 2. It had to be either season 1 or 2, where when we got introduced to Bambi. Now, how we know Bambi is that she is like a real close friend of Malaysia Pargo, who was on them people's Basketball Wives, right? So originally seen her there, and then she popped up and moved to Atlanta. No, I think she was always in Atlanta, but I'm not quite sure. But she then popped up in Atlanta, and then she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. We've seen her around Benzino in this hot tub scene and stuff like that, and we never knew what happened, right? Like, it's not as if though, like, the scene cut off and then we seen people walking into bedrooms with each other, but it was a very just people in bathing suits having fun, drinking, and doing what young adults do, you know what I mean, having fun. But again, she was not in a relationship with Scrappy at the time. There was nothing between her and Scrappy at the time, like nothing at all. So Momma Dee, I guess because now she knows for a fact now that Bambi did sleep with Benzino that night. I guess somehow, some way, she's bringing that up to kind of throw dirt on Bambi in terms of trying to insinuate like she's some type of loose woman. And I still don't think this qualifies her as a loose woman. If she did sleep with Benzino, that's her prerogative. That's her business. It just is what it is. So Bambi decides to address Momma Dee. And she says, "This was such a fun time of my life. Benzino was always hella cool with me. I think y'all don't like him. Y'all don't like. I think y'all just don't like how he look. Y'all know, because of his neck and shit like that. I know it's hard to fathom being able to date without having sex with people, but it's a real thing. Well, I mean, it is a real thing, but we don't think that. We don't think that. We don't think that's what this was." Yeah, girl, that is most definitely a real thing, girl. No, girl, you were thoughting and popping. Just say what it is. You said it was a fun time in your life. Okay, girl? In over 10 years, okay, that's a very long time. In over 10 years, nobody has seen me with anyone other than the person I was married to. So I'd never let a bitch with a loose tooth or the internet make me feel bad for living my life. Oh, Mama Dee, nobody can forget your tooth falling out. That is so funny. But she's absolutely right. There's nothing to regret here. There's nothing to even to feel ashamed about. Like, people are no, there's nothing. Okay, because there's a Sukiana out here, girl. This is so mild and tame. This ain't nothing. just, just keeping it 100. This weird ass lady is obsessed with me. Where was this energy from my mom when she was beating the brakes off your ass? Talk about that. Pure example of a bitch getting her ass beat and still won't shut up. Pills, liquors, and the internet is a volatile cocktail. I'ma let the blogs grab this since you need some attention. Next time that tooth fall out, roll it up, smoke it. Holiday heart, deleting soon. Oh man, Mama D's dangerous though. Let me tell you why Mama D's dangerous. She's honest about her mental health. She says she has bipolar, but she does not take medication for bipolar, right? So with that being said, you are dealing with somebody with the mood swings and just you don't know who you're gonna get. We thought she was cool with the Bam. We thought she was cool. I don't know. It's hard to deal with somebody like that though. All right, so Mama D decided to address us. So let's see.
But yeah, with all these men, and when Rashida took up for him, I'm like, Rashida, you about a few minutes. If Kirk had looked the other way, you might have been got too, girl. Okay, come on now. We know how Kirk can be. So, don't be all on Bambi's side, because you gonna want, okay now. All right now, don't get a taste of that when somebody gets you again with your man. I'm telling you, you gotta be careful. You can't take up for lying women. Because he was a few inches from being got his goddamn self. You remember that? Now tell me a lie. Tell me I'm lying. Okay? It's just that Benzino hit it that night. Yeah. And y'all know I'm not lying. He love you, honey. Because I wasn't paying attention that she was in the hot tub with all these men. And when Rashida took up for him, I'm like, Rashida, you... Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. See, when people come tell y'all, you know, I met Mama Dee. She real nice. And I know Mama Dee. But, yeah. Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. See, when people come tell y'all, you know, I met Mama Dee. She real nice. And I know Mama Dee.
All right, so that's Momma Dee. There was another video where she actually kind of responds better in terms of that fight that happens, and she talks about, you know, she got it in too. She scratched and digged her nails into that bitch, and she didn't beat the brakes off of her. You know what I mean? She got it in too. So that lets y'all know it's been really, really going down in this family, right? It's been nothing but drama. You got two grandmothers, okay, 50s in their close to 60s, fighting, like physically fighting, and then you had her mother at one point in time. Bambi's mother at one point in time was living with Momma Dee. From another video I seen, Momma Dee was talking about the whole situation, talking about how Bambi's whole family in California wouldn't even let her mother stay with them. She was going pillar to post because she was always falling out with people, and how they're known scam artists and all this other stuff. And supposedly, allegedly, from Momma Dee, that Bambi has been lying about her age. Bambi's been lying about having a college degree. Bambi may be in trouble with them people in terms of maybe some PP loans or something with Medicare, and lying about that. She blowing it all up as if though this is not the mother of her, you know, grandchildren, that she could potentially get locked up, right? I'm like, damn, niggas snitch when they want to, right? Like, this shit is crazy. So it's a lot. It's a lot in Atlanta. It'd be a lot in families. Ooh, nowadays it's like I don't know. You can barely trust who you're married to be completely honest. Because I'm really trying not to take a side in this, because I do like Bambi. I think her personality seems cool as fuck. She seems like a cool ass person. But with that being said, when you recorded Scrappy and you having a conversation about Imani, and y'all like, what makes you record your husband? Y'all are not arguing. I'm just really confused. I'm being completely honest. I thought this was all fake because of that recording. Because I can't fathom being married to somebody and they are going around collecting evidence on you for the just in case we get divorced, or I'm just where's your mind at? That's some really sick shit to me, right? So, like I said, I don't think anybody's innocent in this situation. Scrappy has been funny as fuck when he talked about, you know, do you really know people? Scrappy be thinking he being all deep, talking about you really gotta take your time and get to know people and ask them questions, and then he starts to say what type of questions. Then he starts to speak to tell you what type of questions he's talking about. And then he starts to talk about, have you really seen that person without their wig on and without their wig braids? Do you really know what this person looks like? And I swear to you, because of that, I now can't unsee it. Now I need to know what the real Bambi look like. I'm going to be completely honest, yo. We ain't never seen this girl without no makeup. We ain't never seen this girl not made up. We ain't never seen this girl without no hair on. But I just can't stop thinking about that. That shit is hilarious. Let me see if there's any more videos I got about that situation. Probably not. Probably not. All right, so what else do we want to talk about? We got a few more minutes here. Do I want to do I am going to talk about Monique, and I'm going to talk about this writer's strike and Hollywood strike. I spent a lot of time in Clubhouse rooms listening to it. A lot of times, I'll just get into that at a different time. All right, so that's all I got for y'all. Y'all know how we do here. We keep it bougie as F. We keep it posh as F. We keep it black as F. And y'all keep being blessed as F. Kiss, 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 kiss. And don't you forget to like and comment and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And we want to grow, 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 grow. And I am out. Bye.